Hello everybody, it's Sana, and today I'm going to be comparing two very popular and very common painting surfaces for acrylics. Stretched canvas and wooden panels. Now, stretched canvases and wooden panels have been popular for centuries, and they're still popular today. In fact, they're two of the most common surfaces that most painters use, whether it's acrylics or for oils. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about both and give the pros and cons of canvases and the pros and cons of wooden panels. So let's start off with what are the common features of each. So for canvas, most of them are made out of either cotton or linen. They're often stretched over wooden bracers, and pine is very common for bracers. You can buy rolls of canvas and create your own custom size and stretch it yourself. Rolls can come primed or unprimed, so you can add primer to it. You can also find loose canvas pads and canvas that's been adhered to like cardboard panels. You can also get canvas that is gallery wrapped, meaning it's ready for a wire or other hanging hardware, and often the back will come finished. Let's move on to panels. A wooden panel is normally a wooden board that is made of either birch, basswood, and you can even get something called hardboards, which is made of compressed wood pulp. So panels can come cradled, meaning that they have a wooden backing to them that allows for a wire or other hanging hardwire to be attached. It's very common for them to come primed. It's also quite common for them to come unprimed. And the cool part is they can easily be cut into cool shapes. So both of these surfaces can easily be found at most art stores, and they also come in a wide variety of sizes. So both canvas and panels can be found in cheaper, more affordable materials and high-grade artist quality materials. Both of these surfaces have pros and cons to them, so let's talk a little bit about them. So let's talk about the pros and cons of canvas first. So canvas is very affordable, even in high-end artist quality brands and large sizes. Since canvases have to be stretched, they already have a backing on them that allows you to hang it up, so you don't have to frame most canvases. Canvas is also quite lightweight, so it's really easy to ship if you have to ship it to a gallery show or if you're shipping it to a client. And because canvases are quite affordable, it's really easy for artists to make high-quality art at affordable prices. All right, so now let's talk about the cons that come with canvas. In order to use canvas, it must be stretched, especially with large pieces. Your canvas has to be very, very taut in order for it to hold the paint and not mess with the integrity of the paint. This is especially important for larger pieces and heavily textured pieces. Now, because canvas is made out of cloth, there is a cloth texture to it that often shows through even through the gesso, and it can show through your painting. This is especially apparent on low quality canvases that might not be covered in as much gesso or have as a high grade of cloth used. So another thing about canvases is oftentimes you have to grind your paint into the canvas in order to get into all the crevices on the surface because it is so texturized from that cloth. And like sometimes you'll spend hours on a painting just to find that you have little spaces of the canvas showing through, so. Canvas is also not very durable. You can easily damage your piece if you drop it or if you drop something on it, if you end up falling, like your klutz or something, or let's say you're using a palette knife and you press too hard and your canvas isn't taut enough, you can end up really damaging your piece and your canvas. And lastly, this is probably the big one, is canvas actually doesn't have a lot of archival properties, meaning it's not gonna last a very long time. Now, yes, I know there are canvases in museums, but a lot of those canvases have been treated and actually transferred to new canvas cloth. It's pretty fascinating to watch. I'm gonna link one down in the description box so you can go see it. It's really cool to see them restore canvases. So now that we're done talking about the pros and cons of canvases, let's talk about the pros and cons of wooden panels. So one of the coolest things about panels is they are archival as long as they are treated, sealed, and primed properly. Panels are also extremely durable, so you really have to try hard to damage these. Panels are also very smooth. The only way they have texture on them is if you add texture to it. So there's quite a variety in the types of surfaces that you can find. Now, of course, there are cons when it comes to panels, so let's talk about them. Now, one of the biggest cons to panels is the fact that they are very expensive. There can be a huge price difference between a canvas and a wooden panel that is the same size. And sometimes even the wooden panel can be twice the amount as the canvas. Now, this one is in particular to a flat panel that's not cradled, like this one right here. you have to frame these. You can't just stick something on the back of it and hang it up on the wall. It's not gonna stick, and it might end up even ruining your piece, especially if you drill into it, because these are very thin. Now, another big con for panels is the fact that they are quite heavy, especially cradled panels, and then the bigger you get, the heavier they get. So with smaller, thin panels like this, they're not quite as heavy, but you also have to factor in the frame, which can increase the weight quite a bit. So those are the pros and cons of each surface. Now, the one that I actually like the best is panels. I use these pretty much for all my paintings. All these paintings back here were all done on panels. And I just find that I like panels better as a painting surface for my acrylics, especially since the fact that I use a lot of acrylic washes, which work quite well with panels. Now, in terms of actual brand, my preferred brand is the Ampersand Gesso board. These things are awesome. I love them. Now, when I did start using acrylics, I did use canvas in the beginning just because it's a very common starter surface for most painters. But the thing is I never really liked the texture of canvas. And yes, I did use very cheap canvases in the beginning, and cheaper canvases tend to have a lot less gesso on them, which can result in a much rougher texture. But even with the high grade artist quality canvases, I never enjoyed the texture on it. So that's part of the reason why I ended up using panels, is because I loved the smooth surface on them. Now, I'm not saying that panels are better than canvas or canvas is better than panels. They each have pros and cons to them, and it's really up to you to decide what kind of surface you need and which one will fit your needs better. If you need something that's more affordable, if you like a smoother texture, if you want something that you can work on a bigger surface for a lot cheaper, it's really up to you. What might be a con for me could be a pro for you. So in the end, I just say experiment with a bunch of different surfaces and really test and see what you like. You might not even like the same brand of panel that I like. There's so many other brands of panels out there. There's so many different types of brands of canvas. So really, just go out there and experiment and find your perfect surface. Alright, you guys, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you liked this video, then give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see more videos like this in the future. Also, if you want to continue following me on my art journey, make sure you follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All links are in the description box below. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!